day everyone, my name is John Cedric I. Mercado and I'm going to discuss one type of teaching strategy in physical education and health, which is divergent discovery. So what is divergent discovery? The divergent discovery style belongs to the spectrum of teaching styles described by Mostone and Ashworth by the year 2008. And it invites learners to engage in cognitive operations such as problem solving, inventing, comparing, contrasting, and synthesizing to discover new information. And you can use this strategy to teach physical education and health education. Students are given a problem that has multiple solutions, and they are encouraged to discover their own answers. For example, having a students create a routine using dance moves they have learned throughout the unit. So the effectiveness of this strategy is, it has the advantages to promote students' creativity, good for authentic assessments, and good for working on social skills. So, the weakness factor of this strategy is, students need to be self-motivated, and other students might not cooperate during their activity in their team, because grouping student is more important. So, to improve this strategy, teacher's role is to design the problem and provide tasks that will help the students discover different solutions to the problem. And the learner's role is to do the task that the teacher has prepared while working cooperatively to find the solution.
Here are the importance of teaching strategies. Number 1. Warm up before the lesson development by using brainstorming set induction. Number 2. Use a variety of review and reflection strategies to bring closure to learning, writing summaries, creating opinion survey, etc. Number 3. Set clear purposes before any listening, viewing, or reading experience. Number 4. Allow sufficient time for information to be processed and then integrate using both the right and left brain hemisphere. Number 5. Use multi-sensory means for both processing and retrieving information, write direction on the board, and give them orally. Number 6. Use questions of all types to stimulate various levels of thinking, from recalling factual information to drawing implication and making value judgments.
Good day everyone, I am Christian Guinness presenting the structural strategy of teaching. Structured teaching is a set of teaching techniques developed by Division Teach, Training and Education of Autistic and Related Communication Handicapped Children, a statewide program serving individuals with autism. So, the Teach or Training and Education of Autistic and Related Communication Handicapped Children developed a teaching techniques or strategies that called structural teaching. It is a strategy or a program that serves the individuals that has autism. The model emphasizes an extensive understanding of autism, partnering with families, individualized assessment when developing and implementing strategies, and the development of skills across curriculum with attention to the development of communication and social skills. It signifies the understanding of those with autism to develop their skills and knowledge with the guidance of the family and the assessment for the given strategy. It processes the development of the learners in communication and socializing. Structured teaching strategies can be implemented across settings and across curriculum area, as they serve as a vehicle to teach skills and framework of a classroom. So this strategy derives in a settings and curriculum area. They symbolize as an instrument to lead autistic students to teach skills and learn as a framework of a classroom. Structured teaching strategies, however, capitalize on the strengths of students with ASD. This includes providing predictable and meaningful routines through the use of structure, adding visual structural supports to classroom instructions and activities to increase engagement and independence, and clearly organizing classroom spaces and teaching materials to reduce anxiety and increase appropriate behavior. In structured teaching strategy, it emphasizes the attention and the strength of autistic students to improve their learnings and skills and provide a normal treatment of class that is easy for them to learn, like visual aids, class schedule, and upcoming activities in bulletin boards or any visual announcement for them to be guided in every aspect of their classes and behaviors. There are 5 components of the structural teaching strategy. First is physical structure in the school setting, visual schedule in the school setting, work system in the school setting, and last is visual structure in the school setting. First is physical structure in the school setting. Physical structure is the foundation of structured teaching, and it's helpful in ensuring the learning is occurring in the classroom. It implies the physical presence in the classroom. The attendance must be recorded to ensure the learning process inside the classroom. Second is visual schedules in the school setting. A visual schedule communicates the sequence of upcoming activities or events through the use of objects, photographs, icons, words, or a combination of tangible supports. It signifies the schedules of classes, upcoming activities, and school events that should be visualized like in bulletin board to remind everyone and attract the designs to these visual schedule reminders. Third is work system in the school setting. A work system is an organizational system that gives a student with ASD information about what expected when he or she arrives at a classroom location. It is the system on how to deal the students inside the class, the rules and regulation that organizes the classroom, that could give the autistic students idea on the organized learning. Last is visual structure in the school setting. Visual structure adds a physical or visual component to task to assist students in understanding how an activity should be completed. It is to assist the understanding of the students, and visual aids should be more helpful in every activity and discussion, such as PowerPoints, videos, flashcards, and any visual aids that is interesting for an active learning. So that's all for today. God bless.
Mnemonics strategy. Mnemonics is an instrumental strategy designed to help students improve their memory of important information. This technique connects new learning to prior knowledge through the use of visual and/or acoustic cues. The basic types of mnemonic strategies rely on the use of keywords, rhyming words, or acronyms. Keyword mnemonics. Learning new vocabulary words that facts can be easier when students connect the new information with something that's already familiar with them. The keyword method links a new word or concept to an easily recognized known words that sounds familiar. The students create a visual image depicting the connections, which make the new information easier to store and retrieve as needed. So I have example of keyword mnemonics. For example, your students need to learn the word small intestine and large intestine. Since the small intestine is a long thin tube about 1 inch in diameter and about 10 feet long, that is part of lower gastrointestinal tract, while the large intestine is a long thick tube about 2.5 inches in diameter and about 5 feet long. The keyword of small intestine could be thin tube, and the keyword of large intestine could be thick tube. Pig word rhyming mnemonics. Pig words, words on which information can hang, are another effective way to link new information with familiar information. Using this strategy, the students learn rhymes that can be easily connected with new words, facts, or number. Example of pig word rhyming mnemonics. So, to help students remember the types of motor-related fitness, make up pig word rhymes that correspond. So, number 1, with the sense. So, the answer is coordination. Next 2 is change the direction. So, the answer is agility. The number 3 is equilibrium. So, the answer is balance. Acronym mnemonics. Acronyms are one of the most popular, widely used mnemonic strategies. Using this method, students memorize a single word in which each letter is associated with an important piece of information. This letter association strategy is especially useful for remembering short lists of items or steps. Example of acronym mnemonics. If you're teaching the 6 major function takes place in the digestive system, students can use the acronym mnemonics MASIDE to help remember the steps in order. So, MASIDE, M for mixing and movement, A is for absorption, S for secretion, I for ingestion, D for digestion, and E for excretion, to help them to recognize the acronym words.
Team Games Tournament are a cooperative learning strategy developed at Johns Hopkins University. It is a type of cooperative learning method the student competes with members of other teams to contribute points to their team score. Students compete in at least 3-person tournament tables against others with a similar past record in mathematics. Team Games Tournament is a cooperative learning that enhances student academic achievement. Why Team Games Tournament is very useful. The purpose of the Team Games Tournament strategies is to create effective classroom environment in which students are actively involved in the teaching process and consistently receiving encouragement for successful performance. The Team Games Tournament structure encourages competition and cooperation in a way that promotes per group rewards for academic achievement. This strategy is appropriate for secondary school students of all abilities. Advantages and disadvantages of Team Games Tournament. The first advantages of Team Games Tournament method is not only make students with high ability, but students are capable of academic lower will push to active and have important role in the group. The second advantages of Team Games Tournament is it can develop a sense of cooperation and mutual respect between student and her group and members. The third advantages make the students enthusiastic about the course because in this study, the teacher make an agreement about the rewards will be given for the student as the best group. And finally, the student became more active and interested in the class because there are activity in the forms of tournament games in this model. The disadvantages of Team Games Tournament. First, it takes a long time because the educator must condition prescribed in the application of games tournament. Second, the teachers are required to be good at choosing the subject matter acceptable for this method. The last disadvantages of Team Games Tournament. The teacher must prepare before it is applied, for example, to create questions for each table tournament or competition.